on why is it that our sports are so popular? Why is it that people relate to athletes? It's because of this grit, because of this battle. We all go through internal battle on a daily basis, and in sports we can, of course, admire the features of an athlete and the skills and the talent and the abilities, but at the same time we also identify ourselves with those athletes. We feel like, wow, this game or a match, it's in a way a condensed daily life or a condensed life into an hour or 2 or 3, where you start at the beginning, you're even, then you end up, winning or losing, but in the process or journey of the match and the game, you're going through ups and downs. You're going, and particularly in the individual sports, you mentioned Lewis Hamilton, another great legend. You're going through that battle of, trying to win that inner battle where you go through your doubts, your worries, your fears. So all of these elements are part of everyday life of everyday person. And that's why I feel like people relate to sports. And then also they when they go to see sport live, particularly, but also when they watch it on TV, I feel they're able, because they are so connected to the community of that club or that athlete or whatever it is. They feel like all of their problems stop, at least for those hour, 2-3 hours that they are watching. And they feel like they can also, when they're watching, I mean, that's my observation and experience with tennis fans, for example, or I mean, of course, I've watched basketball and football live as well, or the other fans of the other sports, is that's where they feel like they can free themselves of the emotions and the burdens that are kind of wearing them down. But I can see that there's a lot of people that are like, that's why like after a game, they either feel drained or they feel energized. They either feel like they've kind of like collected that energy from the stadium, or they feel like they're completely like a deflated balloon, because they've, been through crazy intensity of the emotions, and they follow every point and every second of the game. And then they, in the end, of course, if their team loses, it's a big difference than when they win. But it's just that identification that happens that I feel like it's super strong, and why sports are so important for the society, and why people regard it as something very popular and important for them.